Hey guys, this is commentator Chris, and you know what? We were in Paldea Market, essentially in the plaza, and you know what? Who we saw? We saw the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons, Coach Nova, and you know who walked up to him? The coach of the Newport Noctowls, Elfowls himself, and you know what? They faced recently in a finals in the stage 2 of the PPL NX. But you know what, guys? This is a wild phenomenon. We get to see a rematch in stage 3 game 1. And good luck to both coaches. And the lead is going to be Uxie Oracle versus the Dawn fan. The past Tusk, but this is a race car, apparently. But yeah, let me go over the teams real quick. So Nova has a Terrapagos, Hisui and Goodra, Ogerpon-Hearthflame, by the way, guys. Apparently, this Ogerpon switched sides to Nova's. They were like, I'm done with Elf. I'm done. You know what? We won this Stage 2 championship, but, you know, we're going out. And I saw right there, Uxie went for knockoff. Knocking off the Custap Berry. And that is crazy because Dawn fan, boom, knocks off again, or knocks back. And Uxie loses its leftovers, but you know what? You know what? Nova's thinking tactical. You know what? Most likely this Uxie is going to U-turn into something, so this NASCAR of the Dawn is not going to do much. But you know what? Let me go over the rest of the team real quick, guys. So yeah, the Ogerpon switch sides because, you know, Elf got some other Ogerpon on that side. Nova also has Hoopa-Unbound, Uxie, and Mousehold for this game. Yes, and I predicted right, guys. The commentator predicted right. Then Uxie is leaving, and you know what? You know what? This just in, folks. The Ogerpon is going to be switching in. The one that switched sides, and Ella comes onto the field. Let's see what this Dawn fan goes for, and it's going for rocks. You see on the face of the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons. He predicted that the Stealth Rock was coming out. So Ogerpon didn't take big damage. But you know what? In their battle, initially, Elf went for a swords dance. You know what? Nova is thinking good. Nova is thinking good because, folks, they're using their own tactics against them. It's very good. And Elf's team, real quick, is Dawn fan, Blaziken, Terra Enamorous, Ghost Terra Enamorous, guys, Ogerpon-Wellspring. So Elf got rid of Hearthflame for Wellspring, going from stage 2 to 3. So you know what? Nova picked up the Hearthflame because, you know what? We're not going to disrespect Hearthflame. The Dawn fan withdraws. Crazy, folks. Also, it's Muckalola and Dragonite. And the Dragonite comes out, folks. But you see that Ella goes for the sword stance, and it's a free +2. And you know what? You know what, guys? This is crazy because if this play rough hits the Dragonite, it is going to be evaporated. You see on the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons face, they are super excited to try to hit this play rough. You see them. They're like, come on, play rough. It's only 10% miss chance. But you know what? If you hit this Dragonite is going to die through multi-scale. But you know what? Come on, they're hoping. They're hoping, folks. Let's give them your energy. Give them your energy from, like, you know, Dragon Ball, right? You need to give energy. A Roselli Berry. But that did a clean 60%. What is this Dragonite going for? The Dragonite goes for Dragon Tail, knocking Ella out. But a random Pokemon will be coming in now. Nova isn't happy about that one, but you know what? That's a clean 60-70%. But you know what? Terrapagos is dragged out, folks. And with Terra Shift, it's going to be in its shell form. And it's actually faster than Dragonite, folks. It is a free Calm Mind or Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks. Good call, Nova. Good call. You're going to get rid of those rocks in general. And what will Elf do? Will Elf sack the Dragonite? Will Elf go to something else? Who knows, folks? Who knows? But you know what? We have the whole family here because, you know, we got Nova got the mouse. The mouse, guys. But yeah, you can see everyone in the background rocking out. Nova's really thinking about this. Nova is thinking about what Elf will be going for. Will Elf sack the Dragonite? And no, Elf is actually going to withdraw. This is a free +1 for the Terrapagos. And what will be coming out is the Muckalola. That is a free Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks on Nova's side, because you know what? The Ogerpon does not like rocks, folks. It would be taking 25% each turn. It switches in. Will Nova break Terrapagos' shell? By the way, guys, Nova's Terra is Hoopa-Unbound. It is an Ice Terra. I think Nova is going to be like, we're not going to break the shell. We need it for later. And who will be coming in? You know what? Shelly sounds like a good plan. Good call, Nova. Good call. Because if this Muck goes for a Drain Punch, the weakness policy will proc. And giving Goodra a big plus, but a knockoff. Nova's not happy about that. He wanted that weakness policy to proc. But folks, this Muck is really not doing that much. You know, that Acid Armor is a very smart play. Good call, Nova. Good call. Because if Muck switches, because Muck can't really do anything to Goodra, it's going to just get set up on. And you know what? Yeah, no, the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons really was like, oh, I really wanted that weakness policy. But you know what? It is what it is, folks. When people are just getting knocked off left and right, you know, like random hands can be hitting anyone. Even that student in the background, you know, that student in the background can just be smacked there, folks. But Elf is really thinking about this one. Elf is thinking about this. What is this Goodra going to be doing? You know, that is what Elf is going to be thinking. Well, Elf randomly sack off that Dragonite? No, but you know what? The Muck gets switched out. And who will be coming in? It is the NASCAR driver right here. The NASA roller. And that's a +2 defense. So this Earthquake will... If the Donphan is going to go for Earthquake, it will not kill. This is a very, very, very tanky Goodra there, folks. And I am pretty sure this Draco will be doing massive amounts of damage to this Donphan. And also, if Donphan ever goes down, Nova can eventually set up rocks. And the rocks are here to stay if this Donphan will be going down. The Draco lands! Drop a Draco! And, oh, it's so close. The coach of the Bermuda Kecleons wasn't happy that the Donphan didn't go down. But you know what? The Earthquake, we predicted that will not kill that Goodra right there. Will Nova go for the kill, or will Nova switch? Oh, the Heavy Slam was clicked. So if that Enamorus comes in, for example, like Nova's excited. Because you know what? If that Enamorus comes in, the Enamorus will get one shot from full, guys. But will they sack off the Donphan here? Because Donphan is slower than everyone on Nova's side. Will Donphan get sacked, or will you switch into Enamorus to dodge the Draco? But down goes Donphan. First blood for the Bermuda Kecleons, folks. The first blood, and that's a great sign to see. And who will Elfowls go into now? You see, Nova Games gave the thumbs up, folks. They gave the thumbs up. They're happy about getting Donphan out. Oh, Nova, good job. Hydrate. Yes, good call. Good call. Thank you for giving me that that call from the field. You know, everyone should hydrate. You know what? Take a minute. Take a second to hydrate, folks. You know, while Elf is deciding what they want to go into, Nova is thinking. The coach of the Bermuda Kecleons is thinking right now, folks. What will Elf do? What will they do? The world may never know. But you know what? We know Goodra is +2 defenses, but Quavo comes out. And that is the Blaziken, folks. That is the Blaziken. You know what? Blaziken is very scary because, you know, they have the ability Speed Boost. They go Zoom. They're essentially, if they're a setup variant, they can go for Swords Dance. And it's a very likely, like, happening because the Goodra is at -2 special attack right now. It can't do much to this bird, this flaming chicken. But you know, the speed boost is happening anytime Blaziken actually does a move. Oh, okay, so the Goodra is getting swapped out for Uxie. Oracle comes in. Let's see what this Blaziken goes for, folks. And it goes for the close combat. Bah! And you know what? It does no damage. No damage. You know what, though, folks? You know what? Yeah, that Blaziken is +1. But Oracle might be able to one-shot this with Psychic Noise now. What will Elf want to do? Because, you know, this Blaziken is a huge threat. If you actually look on Nova's team, Terrapagos is weak to Blaziken. Shelly is weak to Blaziken, like Goodra. Mousehold is weak to Blaziken. It is a huge threat. Even after Hoopa-Terras, it is a huge threat. Will Elf try to do a Flare Blitz or something? But you know what, folks? You know what? Nova is like, if Oracle goes down, it's probably okay. It is probably okay, folks. Because it gives a clean switch into Terrapagos. But you know what? Blaziken gets swapped out. Who knows why? The world may never know. But you know what? The Muckalola comes in. But Psychic Noise is not going to affect it because it is a Dark type. And will Nova U-turn on this Muckalola? That is a good play. But you know what? This is a free turn to get up rocks, in my opinion. Because there's no more Donphan. And we don't have an item. The Uxie lost its item right away. So knockoff ain't going to do that much. Good call, Nova. Good call from the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons. Because knockoff won't do much. And maybe Elf will overpredict. Elf can overpredict. Oh, they actually did overpredict because they went for the Drain Punch. Maybe they thought that Nova will sack the Goodra, for example, because the Goodra is really low on HP. Oh, that is a good call. Nova is going for the knockoff. You know, everyone is just getting slapped, like, just slapped left and right. There's so many knockoffs in this game. Donphan knocked off. Uxie knocked off 2 Pokemon. You know, oh, that was a crit. That crit did not matter, folks, but you know what? Damage is damage. Oh, and see, Uxie gets knocked off too. See, look, the coach of Bermuda Kecleons is smiling right there. It is what it is. It happens. Everyone's just getting slapped in this arena. And down goes Uxie. So it's 5-5 right now, folks. But who is the Bermuda Kecleons? The coach. What is he thinking right here? Maybe he's calcing. Maybe he's like the, you know, the 200 IQ. Like, what will the scenario be? Where, like, you know, Blue Lock, all those puzzle pieces going on your brain. Oh, it's time for the mouse. Because you know what? Nothing stronger than family, guys. Nothing stronger than family. The mouse is here. And you know what? Ogerpon-Wellspring does not have a Rocky Helmet. Donphan ain't here, and it did not have a Rocky Helmet. You know what? The Muck did not have a Rocky Helmet in good hydration there, Nova. I'm pretty sure Blaziken doesn't have a Rocky Helmet, and Dragonite had a Roselli Berry. And I'm pretty sure Enamorus has a Scarf or something. But you know what? This Population Bomb is a perfect opportunity. Oh, Nova's hoping for the hit. Nova is hoping for the hit, folks. And I think Elf is stunned because the mouse is here. They have not seen this creature. It's staring at you menacingly. And Nova wants to count down, folks. It hits 1. It was a crit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down goes the Muck. Muck is down for the count. That was beautiful, mouse. Because nothing's stronger than family. The coach of the Bermuda Kecleons is like, good job, mouse. You did work. So it's now 5-4. And actually, it's 8-4. Because, yeah, 8-4. Because you see there, nothing stronger than family. Because there is 3 mouse. And Blaziken comes out, you know, if mouse actually tidies up here, well, Blaziken goes for a protect, and that will actually speed up the mouse. The mouse will get sped up and actually outspeed the Blaziken. But let's see what they go for. Yeah, so if Blaziken just attacks, Mouse is dead. If Mouse tidies up on a protect from Blaziken, Mouse will outspeed the Blaziken and do massive amounts. But the Blaziken is scarfed and Mouse ult goes down. Guys, it's 4-4 now. But you know what? Blaziken is scarfed, so it cannot switch, or it cannot switch moves. So that is crazy. It's a speed boosting scarfed Blaziken. You know what, guys? Hoopa-Unbound, if this wasn't scarfed Blaziken, actually, if the speed boost wasn't there, apparently it actually outspeeds the Blaziken. But you know what is let's see what the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons goes for, because a scarfed Blaziken that can speed boost is a crazy phenomenon. And I'm pretty sure Shelly would die to the close combat because it's so low on HP. Ella at that point will die to the close combat. I do not think Hoopa, maybe Hoopa can eat one. But if it tears, it cannot eat it. I think Waddles will have to come in here. And I'm pretty sure the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons agrees. Nova agrees. So Waddles comes out. Will Elf stay in and get their chip? The Terra Starstorm is clicked, folks. You see it on the coach of Bermuda Kecleon's face. They just have to go for damage. Nothing wants to switch into this Terra Starstorm as well. And maybe Elf out over predicts, and maybe the Terrapagos will set up, because you saw there, folks, it had Calm Mind and Rapid Spin to go faster. But you know what? Yeah, Elf only knows this thing has Rapid Spin. So this is actually smart, because Terra Starstorm will kill this Blaziken if it goes for another close combat, because it reduces the defensive, folks. It will reduce the defenses. One thing Nova said, see, look, they're going for the hydration. They have taught the whole entire draft community and everyone in general, hydration is key. And Blaziken stays in and close combats the Terrapagos, but Terra Shell protects Waddles, so it's not very effective. But it's a crit. That's a massive damage. But you know what, guys? Terra Starstorm comes off, and PK Starstorm, boom, and Blaziken goes down, folks. I think Blaziken actually was the biggest threat on their team, and I think Nova agrees, because Nova was surprised that the Blaziken actually stayed in. The Terra Shell was the only defense against that Blaziken at that point. So we have to see what Elf goes in. Now it's a 3v3, guys. This match is becoming super close, and we need to see what will happen next. And it's just Enamorous left, Ogerpon-Wellspring left, and it's Dragonite versus Terrapagos, a low HP Goodra-Hisui, and Hoopa-Unbound, the scarfed Hoopa. The Hoopa has not hit the field yet, guys. So Elf doesn't know what it is. It could be Assault Vest, it could be Scarfed, it could be Choice Banded. Elf does not know. But Snarf comes out. This is the Enamorous, and you can see that it's not boost, because it took 25%. What will this Enamorous be, though? Will it be physical? Will it be special? If it's special, the Hoopa's walling it. If it's physical, nothing's walling that, because superpower contrary is a big thing. And PK, oh, it's superpower. It's physical, folks. It's physical. Oh no. Oh, Nova's like, what? If you actually see, Elf brought 6 physical mons into Nova, and Waddles goes down, unfortunately. But you know what? You know what? Is it time for Hoopa? Is it time for Hoopa, Nova? Maybe. But, you know, if it was me, that Ella, you know, wants to bonk. Because a critical hit, Ivy Cudgel actually goes through that defense and maybe will one-shot that Enamorous. But you know what? The coach is thinking, is it going to be Ella? Is it going to be the one that wants revenge on Elf? Because Elf threw away Ogerpon-Hearthflame for Ogerpon-Wellspring. Will it be time for Ella to shine? Will it be time for Ogerpon to get revenge on Elf? Time will only tell. It's 10, 9, 8. Nova locks in Ogerpon. Okay, we love to see it. Ogerpon is naturally faster than Enamorus, so if this Enamorus is Scarfed, it will outspeed Ogerpon, but we will see. Will it go for a Terra? Will it Terra Ghost, folks? Nova's just like, just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. And you guys know what Nova likes to say when Ogerpon goes for a bonk. Let's see if it's faster than Enamorus. Is it Scarfed? Is this Enamorus Scarfed? But you know what? Let's see. Will Elf is deciding. Look, no, the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons is thinking, what will this Enamorus be going for? Again! Boom! And the crit did not happen, but you know what, folks? The superpower goes off! Kills Ella! But you know what? That Enamorus is super low now. It's 2-3. I think it's time for the Scarf Hoopa. And folks, I'm pretty sure Nova's going to have to be going for Dark Pulses because the Ogerpon can kill the Hoopa-Unbound. Nova is most likely going to have to Terra to get rid of the weakness of Bug. Because if U-turn is on that Ogerpon, it will one-shot the Hoopa. It will one-shot the Hoopa. But maybe the Hoopa can live a hit if Dark Pulse doesn't kill. But you know what? There's always that chance of flinch. But we gotta see. Nova locks in Dark Pulse. You only get one swap. You only have one swap. So if you're gonna change your move for the future, you only got one chance. But Nova's terrestrialization. He's tearing the Hoopa into ice, guys. Yes, hydration, guys. Good call. Good call, Nova. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. The Dark Pulse goes off. Hoopa gets the kill on Enamorus, and it's 2-2, folks. 2-2. It's all down to a flinch. It is all down to a flinch. If Hoopa look, the coach of the Bermuda Kecleons is hoping. They're hoping, folks. And this just in. Dark Pulse will not one-shot Ogerpon. I'm getting intel, guys. It will not one-shot Ogerpon if it is very specially defensive. I mean, in general, it does not one-shot Ogerpon. But we gotta hope. Nova is hoping. This is their last bastion on this team. If Hoopa doesn't kill, they have to get a flinch. Of course, the Wellspring match. Look, you gotta give them your energy. He just clicks the button. You gotta hope. Give them your power, guys, for the Spirit Bomb. We just gotta hope. Look, they're praying, guys. We gotta give them their energy. And Hoopa, you gotta believe. Elf is deciding what they're gonna go for. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe. And Dark Pulse goes off. And it flinches. Nova's so happy, guys. Nova's so happy. He clicks Dark Pulse again. He's popping off, folks. He's popping off. Let's go. The coach of the Bermuda Kecleons is popping off. And this will most likely be a win for their side. Look, he's so happy, folks. He's so happy. He's having a good time. Guys, this means if Dragonite cannot kill the Hoopa, Nova's gonna win. But let's see what Elf goes for. But yeah, Nova's so happy, guys. That was like basically a 10% chance of happening. I'm pretty sure that is what Dark Pulse's chance is. If it's like 20 or 30, it's more likely, but 10% is crazy. Oh, if that crit would happen on the first one, that Ogerpon was dead. But you know what, guys? It is 2v1. This Dragonite is out. And let's see. The Dragonite is not Boots. It might be Banded. Let's see. Look, Nova's happy, but we gotta see if this is choice banded. Is it choice band extreme speed? It's going for extreme speed. Oh my god, it does half the culture. The Bermuda Kecleons is... What just happened? But down goes Dragonite, and folks, that is a 2-0 victory for the Bermuda Kecleons. And guys, this is Chris signing out, and Nova says thank you for hanging out, and bye-bye, guys.